Hey, it's Dr. Green here with your thyroid treatment success secret number 5. Know the autoimmune triggers. One of the most common questions I get is, how do I develop this autoimmune condition? It's pretty much genetics in the environment. It's a matter of which came first, the chicken or the egg. We all know that genetically you may be at risk for developing certain problems or conditions. If your mom had a thyroid condition, if your grandmother had a thyroid condition, you probably have a thyroid condition too. So it's genetic. But there are environmental factors, one of them being chemicals. Cigarette smoke is a great example. There's over 519 chemicals in cigarettes. I've got a list of just a few here. TSNA, benzene, pesticides, formaldehyde. Smokers experience so many problems when breathing in cigarette smoke. So chemicals in general, and it doesn't have to just be cigarettes, it could be exposure to an industrial chemical. It could be certain senses that, even perfumes can get certain people, but they can trigger an autoimmune response. The latest chemical we've seen, BPA, everything is now BPA free. It's a very nasty chemical called bisphenol A. It's used in a lot of plastics. BPA is extremely bad for thyroid health. It can actually trigger Hashimoto's thyroiditis by itself. Rocket fuel is another one. You heard that correctly. I said rocket fuel. I said, how am I exposed to rocket fuel? Well, we've got NASCAR here, but there are other ways. We've actually seen that studies have shown that 30 to 40% of American women have remnants of rocket fuel in their body. It gets into the groundwater. It stays there for a very long time. One of the biggest triggers with an autoimmune thyroid, believe it or not, is actually iodine. When it comes to Hashimoto's autoimmune thyroid, iodine is probably the biggest trigger. Iodine is like throwing gasoline on the fire. It'll actually make your thyroid antibodies go higher. So get checked now. Don't suffer a minute longer. Call our office for your initial consultation with myself, Dr. Green, at 704-987-3993.